So welcome to Wednesday nights with Wendy and Lisa. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super duper excited to have everybody on tonight. I heard last week's call was a great call. I'm sad I missed it. I'm also sad. I think we have lots to celebrate as a collective Plexus family. I think this last month was amazing for everybody. Unfortunately, I don't have a list in front of me, but I know that there were promotions. I know people earned Leaders Retreat. I know that people earned incentives. I know we had lots of growth on our team and movement, and I'm super excited to see us roll right into September and keep the ball rolling. And Plexus is helping us with that. If I'm just going to jump into announcements because I'm so excited about the fact that Plexus is keeping open enrollment going. So that means $9.95 to join. And I wasn't aware of this, and I don't know if this was happening last month, but every time that you enroll, you get 3 sample credits. Is that right, Amanda, Tom? Yeah. I didn't know that last month, so that's exciting. And then they're also continuing the enroll and earn. So enroll 3, get $100. Enroll 6, get another $100. Enroll 9, get another $100. So you can make $300 just for enrolling, just for sharing with your friends and family the awesome thing that Plexus is for you. So super excited about that. And then I'm not sure. I think people forget about this because it's been going on for so long, but it's such an awesome deal. So I wanted to bring it up tonight so that you don't miss it. If you have over 150 PV, you get a free bottle of our Plexus hemp oil, and you can do either the full spectrum or just the regular. But don't forget about that. You're going to get an email. They're going to give you the opportunity to go ahead and order it. So watch for that email. Maybe even go into your email now and just search hemp oil. Although I'm sure in your spam you get a lot of offers. But don't miss out on that because you have 150 PV. Who doesn't want free product? And it's such an amazing product. You absolutely need to try it if you haven't. And so also, I want to know if someone can speak to, I know that we have an event going on, and I couldn't find it this afternoon because I waited till the last minute. If I'm honest, procrastination is my biggest Achilles heel. So it's the event that we have going for inflammation with Slim, Active, and Ease. Do we still have that event going? Amanda, do you know, are we still doing that this month?
Individual leaders are hosting smaller groups for that.
Okay.
So you just have to get with, your upline or a close jewel or gem leader to you and ask if they're hosting one.
Oh,
and
okay.
Someone will have one for you to get plugged into.
Awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying that, Amanda.
No problem.
Okay.
One more, I want to just interject about the hemp because I got this question today. The hemp is not customer 150 PV.
Right.
It must be your own personal order of 150 PV.
Ooh, good information, Lisa.
And one other thing while we're saying it, you just need to pay shipping, which is like $14.95 or something, just so people are aware. But gosh, you guys, that's $100 value. You're getting it just for paying shipping. So, and if there's anybody that doesn't want theirs, I bet you have somebody that you know that would probably purchase it for that $15.
Absolutely. Somebody who knows how awesome it is, what a great product it is. I'm telling you what, with Slim, I already sleep amazing, but with the hemp oil, it's just like lights out for this girl. It's the best. I just love it. So I'm going to jump right into trivia. Product of the month. The product of the month this month is our XFactor Kids, which is super duper exciting with back to school. It should be really easy to talk about. I see a gazillion awesome graphics out there on Facebook that you can use to start conversations with folks that are prospects, mamas, parents, all of those types of things, grandmas, aunties, uncles, all those things. So it's a great opportunity to start conversations. And that is going to be our trivia question for tonight. So our trivia question for tonight, it's super easy. First person to jump on and give us the right answer win a prize. The question tonight is how many essential vitamins are included in our XFactor Kids chewables?
I bet your Ronica knows.
I know. Becca Morrell, bing, bing, bing. You're the winner. So Becca, if you want to message me your address, and I would love to get a prize out for you. Thanks so much for playing along. So since Ronica is front and center, we're just going to go ahead and give her the center stage. Ronica's going to do some product training for us tonight. So I'm super excited to hear what she's going to teach us about. So take it away, Ronica.
All right, thanks. So like Wendy said, the product of the month is XFactor Kids. And I like to think of it as a 2-in-1 because it's a multivitamin and a probiotic. So it comes in a tropical splash flavored chewable, and it's great. If your kids are anything like mine, it is a struggle to get them to eat the necessary vegetables for their growing bodies. So you will feel like a superhero when you give them this vitamin because it contains 13 essential vitamins. They're highly bioavailable, which means that they're really easily absorbed. So those vitamins are going to support your child's teeth, their bones, their brain function, muscles, immune health. Their probiotic in that is going to support their gut health and keep that good intestinal yeast balance. And it's just going to help them with digestive regularity. So it's a really awesome product. And if you don't mind, I just want to tell you what the equivalent in food would be of if your kid takes these vitamins, it would be the same as giving them 9 cups of broccoli, 30 ounces of smoked salmon, 2 cups of whole milk, 5 cups of almonds, 1 orange, 9 boiled eggs, 7.5 cups of butternut squash, 3 cups of raw spinach, 9 spears of asparagus, 3 medium avocados, 1 cup of shiitake mushrooms, 1 cup of fortified tofu. My kids would never, ever eat that. And 3.5 cups of green peas. So you can just see how great this product is because it gives so much ingredients and nutrients to our kids. So I make sure to put on that superhero cape and give it to my kids daily. So now, I don't know how many people know about the product of the month and why Plexus does that, but they like to take an opportunity to highlight a product on a monthly basis and reward you for trying it. So if you add the product of the month to your subscription of 100 PV or more, you'll get 50 free perk points. So you can build up perk points and redeem them for free product. It's just an amazing perk. What I always do is I check out what the product of the month is. I go in and add it to my subscription. So I don't delete my subscription and make a new one. I add product to it and delete as necessary. Keep your one subscription and change as necessary. That way you'll keep your perk points and you'll earn more, because you earn perk points on your subscription already. So anywhere from 100 to 200 perk points, depending on the amount of PV of your order. So it kind of reminds me of a credit card, like you're buying stuff anyways and you get free money back. It's an amazing program. You're buying products that make you feel healthy and you're getting free products for doing just that. So I hope that helps.
To our flagship,
Yeah. Did somebody have a question? I heard somebody talking, but I didn't hear what it was. If you want to just raise your hand, I can unmute you.
Or just drop it.
Okay. All right. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn over the screen to Krista and Tom Frey. They have a testimony to share with you guys tonight. I know that I personally know what it's going to be about, and Lisa knows what it's going to be about, and we are super duper excited to hear their story. I've been very inspired by them over the last couple of months, and I have to be careful because I'll cry if I go into it too much. But I know Lisa feels the same way, and some others that have been a part of the journey feel the same way. So I'm super, super excited for them to share their testimony today. Take it away, guys.
Okay, thank you so much for having us on the call tonight.
By the way, I'm Tom.
I'm
Just in case you're wondering.
Krista.
Yeah.
I'm not Tom. Yeah, Krista, Tom. I titled this our kind of testimony that we're giving tonight, Climbing Mountains. And I know, like, if you've climbed a mountain, good for you. That's awesome. We have never actually climbed a mountain before.
But at one time at convention, we did think it was a good idea because the elevators are packed. We tried to do 17 flights of stairs. It was a good idea for like the first 4 flights. And after that, we're like, whose dumb idea was this? At least I wasn't wearing heels at that point. So it wasn't as bad for me.
Oh my goodness. But so I would imagine it's something like this. You know, you're at the base of the mountain. You're super excited. You've got your backpack full of, you know, supplies. You've got people next to you. You've got your adrenaline pumping, ready to go, right? Start up the mountain. It's pretty easy in the beginning, but then you hit an incline, right?
The fifth floor.
The 5th floor starts to get a little bit harder. The air starts to thin out. You know, it's getting harder to breathe. Each step is going to take a little bit more effort than the last. So at this point, do you quit and do you go back to where it was easy?
Yeah, so we've been in Plexus for 6.5 years, and it was really exciting in the beginning. And we were at that base of that mountain, and we were going and we were adding people. We had some great momentum, and Krista flew up the ranks pretty quick. She went to senior Ruby. I went to gold, and everything was going great. We held those ranks for a really long time, but then honestly, things in life got hard. Just some life-changing things happened. We had a back office switch over, which just, I think, kind of threw a lot of us into a really weird.
Steph is shaking her head. You remember that, girl, right?
A really weird case. We had things in our personal life. Our best friends moved away.
Yeah.
Our daughter was off at college. We were getting ready to send another kid off to college. Another kid had a surgery, and we just started to slide back down the mountain. We stopped posting. We stopped connecting with the Plexus community. And honestly, eventually, most of the people outside of Krista's main one leg dropped off the charts. They weren't there because we weren't building belief with them. We weren't building community with them. We weren't connecting with them. It wasn't about the relationships. And I fell all the way back to silver, and Krista actually below silver.
Below silver.
And
yeah.
Krista was bouncing between silver and gold. And we got a family of 6 that takes the products here. And to be honest with you, since the second month we were in, we hadn't paid for the products out of pocket. It's come out of our Plexus income. And we are struggling to now, with all the products that we love, cover the cost of those with the income, where before it was extra money for us.
Yeah. So fast forward to this past June of this year, we just kind of took a moment and looked at each other and we're like, what are we doing? Why are we not, you know, surrounded by our Plexus community? Why are we not working our business? So we reached out to Amanda. She really came alongside us and helped us to get plugged back into, you know, all of the Plexus community, started messaging people, started sharing on Facebook again.
And we set goals.
And really, yeah, we set some goals.
And for me, it was Earning Leaders Retreat. We were just coming into the idea that, you know, we could earn Leaders Retreat with the points and everything that was going on. And I've always gone as Krista's guest. And not that was bad, but you get tired of the name tag that says guest on it. So I'm like, forget this. I'm going to earn it this year. And we were hoping, you know, we're 2 months into it, right?
We are 2 months,
2 months into it. I was hoping to be halfway. And so it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm not halfway. I'm actually only 100 points away from Earning Leaders Retreat, and probably closer to that once a couple more things come through. So I'm looking forward to that, to not being the guest this time.
Yes, I'm so proud of him. For me, my biggest goal was to earn Leaders Retreat and to re-rank Senior Ruby. So in July, we put 10 new people on my outside leg. So between my level ones and his team. And then that helped him to re-rank senior silver and me to re-rank ruby. And then last month we put our team started sharing, and we put even more people on our team, and I re-ranked senior ruby and he re-ranked gold and actually passed it. So last month was just super exciting. I decided to join in with other leaders in a leadership training called Momentum Movement from two of the amazing diamonds in our business. And it was just what I really needed to get into movement, right? Something that they told us was rest in momentum, don't actually stop. So a car in motion, you guys, is gonna speed up a lot easier than if you put the brakes on, and especially the emergency brake.
Which we did.
Yeah, we did. You're not gonna move. You're gonna stay right where you're at. So don't put your car in park. Keep it going. Do a little bit every day. And that can be in terms of your business, can be in terms of exercise, really anything. I know for me, I'm really working on exercising every day and just getting healthy. Quarantine was not nice. I was pretty sedentary, and it's been at least 4 weeks now, and I'm exercising almost every day. And I go into it, maybe I'm not feeling it, and I'm like, just get on the treadmill for 10 minutes. And usually getting on the treadmill for those 10 minutes, something clicks in my head where then I can go like the whole time, and I'm doing my weight training and I'm doing everything and feeling wonderful, right? The same thing you can switch the same thing in your brain for working your business. Even if you only can do 10 to 15 minutes a day, right? Don't skip a day, just do it. Reach out to some people, post on social media, check your back office, plug into the team page. All of these things are going to help you not to slide back, because if you miss a day, it's going to be really hard then to plug back in the following day. If you miss a day, I can one more day. And then what happens is what happened to us.
Yeah. And like Krista said, post on social media, message some people, do third-party validation, some video testimonies, link someone into a three-way chat or conversation or message or call, do some product suggestions for some people, and invite them to purchase. Krista keeps telling me, assume the sale, assume the sale, assume the sale. All day long, I assume the sale, but it seems like when I get home, that switch flips, that I just need to have conversations with people, and I don't necessarily always assume the sale.
Well, and I think that's important, if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling stalled, like what he just said was going back to the basics. So what are the basics? Post something on social media, go live, tell your story in a different way, right? Then number 2, message somebody. You can relationship build, or like he said, be bold and say, I've been posting about Plexus. Have you ever heard of it? Number 3, the third-party validation, pull in an upline to do a three-way chat, or a video or anything like that. Number 4, in our team page Freedom Collective, we have amazing pictures of all of the welcome packs. Do a $99 welcome pack and a $199. Give them a choice. And then that was number 4. And then I don't think there we go.
Candace is hiding in the bathroom.
Candace, are you in the bathroom again? And then, invite to purchase. And if they say no, then that is when you bring in the event. Invite them to an event. Tom and Amanda and I are doing a product and sample, or a sample and story event every Tuesday night. And that is perfect to invite somebody who is still trying to decide. We're going to be sharing some amazing stories. It's really inspirational. So some of you guys hopped on last night, and I really thank you for that. But those kind of things are what we're trying to give you to, somebody who's not quite ready to make a purchase, invite them to an event.
Yeah, and I think too, when they say no, it's not no forever. It's no for now, or not yet, because now 6.5 years in, A lot of the people we just picked up in the last 2 months are people that have told us no multiple times. Yeah, at the very beginning, and even a couple like 3 or 4 months ago. So it's the beginning of September. So the reality of it is, when you sit down, what are you going to do this month? What are your goals? Did you write the goals down? Because the goals without it, and then did you develop a plan? Because goals without a plan are just a wish. And we can all have a lot of different wishes out there, but they don't get us somewhere. If its and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas. That's a John Maxwell quote. I love that one. So no ifs and buts, because we don't need candy and nuts because we've got Plexus. What's your PV goal? How many team members do you want to add? Do you have team members that want to add people, and how many people do they want to add, and how do you set their goals for them? Yeah. Go live, share a story, host a Zoom with your leader. It's something like that you can do. And I'm going to pause for a second, because I'm going to just say I'm so proud of Krista.
Don't make me cry.
I'm going to make you cry, because I've seen more growth in her in these last 2 months in what she's done and stepped up to do. This is like her biggest fear, guys, and she's conquering it. This is multiple times now she's gone live on videos and spoke. So I am so proud of you, and I just want everybody to hear how amazing you are.
Thanks.
May I pinch you so you don't cry?
Yeah, he pinches me when I start to cry. Stop. Yeah, so like he said, this is public speaking. Talking on team calls is one of my biggest fears. We've got notes right here. I don't know if you've seen. Yeah. It's a huge hurdle that I've had to overcome. And the thing with fears and doing the thing that you're afraid of is, if you continually do them, they're going to get easier, right? So that's why I'm like, okay, every Tuesday night, we're going to do this. Because if you do it once, but then you stop, it's going to be hard again, right?
Mm-hmm. So just like she said, remember, the things that are hard and the things that you don't want to do keep you from growing.
Yeah.
We don't grow in our comfort zone. We only grow when we leave our comfort zone. So wherever you're comfortable, you've got to step out of it. And if you don't feel comfortable stepping out of it, find someone that will drag you out of it, because that's really what it comes down to. I heard a saying the other morning on the radio that someday is not on the calendar. We always say, I'll do it someday. I'll do it someday. I'll do it someday. Someday is not on the calendar. So stop saying someday and do it today. That's my closing thought for you. No more some days, do it today.
Yeah. So Wendy recently posted a quote from a movie that I love, We Bought a Zoo. 20 seconds of insane courage, 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery, and I promise you something great will come out of it, right? So you guys don't stop. Rest in momentum, but don't stop. Do the hard things. The view, I'm going to put my notes down. The view from the top of the mountain is so much sweeter than the view from the bottom. I love you guys.
Thank you guys so much. I can't tell you what you guys mean to me. You were my absolute first real people that reached out to me when I joined and made me feel welcome. And I will never forget the 2-week training and everything that you guys put into it. And it just, I have missed you. And so I'm so thankful to have you guys back as a part of our community, communicating with you guys all the time. And I'm just so thankful. So thanks so much for sharing your story with us tonight. And surprise to me, I was going to do words of wisdom, but then Lisa messaged me and Lisa said that she would like to do words of wisdom tonight. So I'll just take my notes and throw them and we'll just let Lisa jump on and say what she's got to say. So here you go.
Well, you took the trivia. What was there left for me to do? Wendy and Lisa. We need to connect. All right. So it's funny because I was scrambling a little. Life showed up and we got lost trying to go on a bike trail tonight and havoc and just all the good stuff as I was rushing. Anyway, and so you take a breath and you're like, what are you trying to say, God? Mountains kept, it was mountains, mountains, mountains. I literally did not know what they were actually going to share. I knew what they were going to share, but I didn't know the direction. And so I just started quietly praying in the car and Matthew 17. So here it is. Matthew 17. And this was about removing the demon. And it was about the disciples not knowing or believing in the power that they had, that God said they had. They didn't trust him. They didn't believe him. And so it says, and when they came to the crowd, a man came up to him and kneeling before him said, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is an epileptic and he suffers terribly. For often he falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him to your disciples and they could not heal him. And Jesus answered, O faithless and twisted generation, how long am I to be with you? How long am I to bear with you? Bring him here to me. And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him, and the boy was healed instantly. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, why could we not cast it out? He said to them, because of your little faith. For truly I say to you, if you have faith like a grain of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. That is what Jesus has come to tell us. And for those of us that claim that faith, what are we waiting for? Why do we not believe? And what little faith do you have in you when Jesus says you should have that faith? And so for me, it comes down to, do I believe in the things that I say I can do? And am I trusting my feelings or am I moving my feet? Krista and Tom are a perfect example of what happened and what they did to change it. Months ago when Krista and I talked, she did not have the faith. They were in a place where they were not having the faith that they knew that they could have. And so they had a conflict going on because they weren't doing what God had called them to do. And I think you were paying for that in a way, because it stole joy. It stole what God was doing in your life. It stole from everybody that loved you. It stole from the people that were waiting for you to share with them and commune with them. And so that is what I want to share with everybody, is that every single person in this realm, we have been given a task, and our task is to share a community and a love with people that don't know it. As much as, and the power of these products, like, we don't even need to talk about that. We know what the products can do, but how many people are missing the love of a community and the love of Jesus? And for me, that's number one. And so it's not your feelings, it's your feet, because God has already given you the power. And if you believe him, because that's the crux of faith, if you truly believe him and take him at his word, imagine the mountains we can move together. Thank you, Krista and Tom, for your example of redemption, your example of falling and getting back up and climbing a mountain. And now I'm going to cry, because you are an inspiration, because you have been authentic and you have shared where you were and you shared where you are going. And it's because of that faith and that belief and the community that you weren't afraid to come back to. And we love you. And I just want to send a charge to all of you. You are here not by mistake. Every single person that was here was chosen. And if you just believe like a mustard seed in yourself enough, and you move your feet, do the IPA, reach out to the people, get your fingers pinched a few times. It's okay. God will lead you where you need to go, and he will bring them back when they need to come back or when they're ready. Your job is just to get out there and move your feet. I love you guys.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Lisa. So I'm just going to jump on 1 second because Candace is on, and I think this is a perfect time to say, so our girl Candace, she ranked senior gold this month, and I mean, the girl worked her booty off the last couple of days. It was so awesome. But her post the other day, I wrote it down, says, if your dreams don't scare you enough to make you want to puke, they're not big enough. So piggybacking on what Lisa said, here's to a week where we're all feeling like puking. And congratulations, Candace. Thank you so much for that awesome post. I was super inspired by it, and super inspired by everybody tonight. And thanks so much, Lisa, for the words of wisdom, and Ronica for the product training. We're super excited to have you all jump on with us next week, and hope you all have a blessed rest of your night.